We are live. Yeah.
Are we? I'm not seeing it.
It's official.
You sure?
We are live, mofo.
We're live.
All right, there we go. All right. Welcome back, World Wide Web, to another amazing edition of Sports and Tacos, where all the experts are going to put a wrap on Week 3 in the NFL. We might dive into a little review of the college football weekend that was. So real quick, we're going to get into the super amazing intro, and then we will rock and intro on Sports and Tacos.
Oh yeah.
Hey, am I delayed or anything?
You're freezing, Spencer. You're freezing.
Am I freezing? Okay, got it.
Move your hand. Yeah, you are freezing. Yeah, you're lagging a little bit. Yeah, that's all right. You know, you're a Broncos fan. You should be in a lag right now.
Jeez, I know, it's freaking ridiculous. We're gonna get into that horrible watching paint dry game with the Broncos. So let's see here. Boom, boom. I don't know why my internet is slow, but it is.
I looked it up. The Broncos only outscored the Rockies by like 20 runs in the first 3 games of the Rockies season compared to the Broncos season.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean,
And that's pretty sad for
we
football compared to baseball.
We could start off right there. It is unbelievable. What are you guys' thoughts on Russell Wilson? Like,
It ain't Russell's fault. I don't think. It ain't Russell's fault, man. He's on a horribly coached team that gives him no play calls, nothing to do. He signed a contract to go play for a team he thought was going to be good, but they ain't showing it right now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you know what I'm starting to feel bad for is the defense, because the defense is playing amazing. The defense is giving up, I think, 36 points in like 3 games.
True. That was against the Texans, the 49ers, and the Seahawks. So that is a good number, but you ain't really played nobody yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. But we're 2-1.
Yeah, you were 4-0 last year too.
We're like the worst 2-1 I think I've ever seen in my life. But
no, that's gonna be the Giants tonight when they lose. It's gonna be
I don't know. What are your thoughts, Tony? I'm sorry, but Russell Wilson. I mean, for what we paid him, some of it has to fall on Russell Wilson for not getting this offense going.
I think it's just mismanagement with the coach and his quarterback. They're not seeing eye to eye. It's obvious. It's shown on the field. But when it gets together or there's no penalties, we got 2 great running backs in the backfield. Our wide receiver core right now is a little banged up, but at the same time, you know, Cortland Sutton, he's trying to catch balls, he's trying to make plays. But you know what? I think the coach's management over this right now is pretty upsetting.
You scored 11 points yesterday.
I know.
11 and 1.
And 1. It's like back in the Tebow days where it was 3-0, 6-0, because the only one
obviously
was the kicker. And we won a playoff with that guy.
It's still
But
early
right
in the
now, it's
season.
kind of sad.
So
It's
Yeah.
still early in the season.
yeah, no, it's not kind of sad. It's really sad. We have Russell Wilson as our quarterback, and yet we cannot score touchdowns.
Yeah, what are we, like 0-8 or something like that in the red zone?
No, you got one last week. First one. Last touchdown from Melvin Gordon was the first red zone touchdown. Yes.
There we go. All right. 1-8.
And I mean, it's pretty ridiculous that they literally in week 3 have had to hire a second coach just to manage the timeouts and the clock. We were talking about this. Is my internet better now? Looks like it's better.
Yeah, your internet's better.
Okay, good. It seems ridiculous that a head coach of an NFL team needs to hire a freaking assistant to help him manage the game clock and the timeouts. Like I was saying yesterday, there's 8-year-olds out there that play Madden that can manage a game better than that. How is that possible? How is
It's
that possible?
disappointing
If
right
that's
now.
your head coach. Do you think it's just too much? I mean, and you got Russell Wilson, a super experienced quarterback that, I don't know. I mean, somebody's got to. I mean, Russell Wilson has been through every game scenario that known to man. He's got to know to take a timeout.
See,
Like what?
What I was kind of hoping was going to go one shotgun,
It
and
looks
I
like
really was like how Peyton Manning took over the field, and the coach let him, change the play, do an audible, do something where he knows and feels comfortable. When he started doing that yesterday, we were moving the ball. The only catch is we don't get it in the red zone.
No, you move the ball every week. They just don't score touchdowns.
Yeah.
They move the ball from the 20 to the 20 and then either get a field goal or a missed field goal, but they get no touchdowns minus the one last week.
Yeah, I kind of wonder. I heard this on the radio the other day. Somebody saying that they think Russell Wilson, because he got that contract, might be more worried about his brand than being the superstar quarterback that got him that deal and that brand.
I was watching his interview last night after the game here in Denver. The local news putting it on right there. He acted like the crowd and everybody was behind them 100%. He's like, I love the crowd. I love the atmosphere, this and that. But he never mentioned the fact that the crowd was against them half the time.
No, I know.
So he's a politician. Like somebody said that he's a politician. He's very good at it. He says what he needs to be said, says what sounds good to the public. But on the field is what matters. And you got to, I mean, I'm watching him interview that. I'm like, are you serious? I heard half the team, half the stands booing you half the game. And they finally cheered for you in the fourth quarter. But he's giving love to the fans and this and that. No, he's trying to play the good part.
Yeah, I mean, you
Fourth
can
quarter
be,
drive looked really good for him. That kind of looked like a Russell Wilson
You
kind of a
can-
drive when I
you-
used to see him back in Seattle right there. But if you do that for
You
three
can-
quarters to the fourth quarter, you ain't going to beat many teams minus the 49ers doing it.
Well, next
can be
week
a-
is going to be a big show.
well, I know,
We'll see what
but
happens.
you listen. You can be a politician like that, and if you're like Tim Tebow and you're winning games, it's all fun and games until you start losing games. Then that
Very
doesn't-
different, Spencer. Very different. Tim Tebow was not expected to put up numbers. Russell
I know,
Wilson is
but-
expected to put up numbers. He's not.
Sooner or later, like that. That's all I'm saying. This is 3 weeks, and I am not happy with what I'm seeing out of the Broncos. And whether it's the coaching or Russell Wilson or a combination of the two, somebody's got to get it together because you're not going to continue to win. I don't think. I mean, unless we got the 2015 Broncos defense again, where you're going to win games 11-10. That I didn't know the Broncos went into the men's softball business 11-10.
They put a Rockies number.
Is there right now a finger to point, or we're getting almost there?
No, there's already.
Oh, the finger's already been pointed. Yeah, the
It
finger.
did- I promise you-
It's the head coach job. It's head coach, 100%.
Jeez.
And
How
this
did the
week,
coach end up becoming the head coach there? Anyways, I never even heard of that guy.
Yeah, he got Aaron Rodgers 1 or 2 MVPs with Green Bay. He was offensive coordinator.
Yeah. He
the
was-
young guy. Yeah, I remember now. So they just
Yeah.
put him in. Yeah, that's the new trend. Everyone's trying to get a Sean McVay, So they're like, let's just
Yeah.
get the young guy,
Yeah, he seems overwhelmed, but he's got a veteran quarterback. It's not like he's stepping into some. He's not stepping
See,
into
but
some
that's the
complete
part I don't
rebuild.
understand. If we have this veteran quarterback that's making $256 million on us, let him play. Like against Seattle, when they went for a 63-yard
That was
field
dumb.
goal,
Oh
why
my
didn't you
God.
just go for it?
You have
Yeah.
Russell Wilson. Go for it. That's the whole point.
Yeah. We need to see improvement for.
And then on
But,
top of
you
it,
know,
time management, penalties.
No, they did better with penalties this week. They were
That's
much
good.
better with
It-
penalties this week.
And-
No delayed games.
So do you guys think the coach just needs to tell Russell Wilson, "Hey man, do whatever the hell you want, and I'll handle the headaches over here, and you just run, you
No.
do whatever you want on the field now."
Opposite Bentley. Russell needs to tell the head coach that's what should happen. Because the head coach don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Russell knows what's going on.
Russell's a
He does not
veteran.
know what's
He
going
already-
on.
Yeah, he's a veteran already. I mean, he already said, "Hey, I know what the hell to do already. You just handle everything else. Let me run the goddamn offense."
Well,
That's it.
because we're 2-1. If we had an offense combined with that defense, I'm sorry, but we're giving the Kansas City Chiefs a run for the division.
How many times have I heard that before for the last few years with the defense here?
We won the Super Bowl with a broken down Peyton Manning. So, anyways, we got.
He
other
did
things.
he did lead the season with the most touchdowns.
Now, should we just say the AFC West is up for grabs then? Because
Absolutely,
It
is not.
absolutely is.
it's
Yeah.
It is
not
not.
locked in
It
with
is.
DC, right.
So we'll go ahead and we'll scratch Broncos 49ers off the list. That game that was like literally watching paint dry. I would have rather watched, an Antiques Roadshow marathon than that.
Well,
game.
I was at the Chargers game yesterday. That was fun. I just wanted to go to the new stadium. It was $20
Okay.
for the tickets. I went.
Yeah, awesome. Let's dive into. Okay, so Alex, let's dive into Jacksonville and Chargers right here after the break.
Okay.
We'll be back in like 2 minutes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen in TV land, YouTube, Sports and Tacos, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sunday Fun Day. Come join us, YouTube, Sports.
You can see Sports and Tacos at YouTube. Smash that subscribe button right now. We are on Sunday mornings, Monday nights, and Thursday nights. Sports and Tacos, YouTube, subscribe. Do it now.
Because we get paid. Because we get paid to put our money where our mouth is. We tell you how it is for real, not what they want you to say. Listen to us, Sports and Tacos.
Cool. Perfect. Sweet. I'm going to do a quick shout out to our buddy Paul Pratt with Noah Water.
Yes, no water, baby.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Paul. Paul should be on here again with us pretty soon, and then with his amazing bottled water, the super purified, electrolyte infused Noah water, and then also give another shout out here to Ray Panetta at Pro Signatures Memorabilia. He's got the freaking sickest sports memorabilia collection that I have ever seen.
Tom Brady's jersey.
yeah.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
Dude, it's ridiculous. When you get to go to these events that he does, the big charity events that he does the auctions at, it's just incredible. So, anyways,
Cars
thanks
for
to those
kids.
guys. And
Yes.
G Unit, what is our next topic?
Next topic. How are the LA Chargers going to let the Jaguars beat them so bad here in LA?
Dude.
38-10.
I have an answer for that.
What is it? What is it, Bama?
My answer for that is the fact that Justin Herbert was not even close to 100% yesterday.
Yeah.
He did what he could to get the injection to help himself feel better. Apparently, he did not feel better because he did not look good throwing the ball yesterday. And maybe we're all sleeping on Jacksonville like our old colleague Ian said earlier this year about Jacksonville. maybe they're actually stepping up this year. But I think the main thing was the fact that Herbert was hurt, should not have played, and they should have run a different offense with Herbert. Yeah, like 50%.
Yeah.
The defense, boy, that's a sleeper. You don't even know any big names on that team, and they're doing it. They're chiming. And then, Mr. Lawrence himself, he's feeling good in that backfield now where he's feeling comfortable. He got that sophomore itch out. So now let's see what he's got.
Yeah.
I was at that game. It was a lot of fun, actually. At least I went there. It was a lot of fun. $20 for the tickets. A lot of fun. It's a beautiful stadium. Everyone, you guys got to see that stadium. It's really awesome.
Yep, I've already been. I've already been to that stadium.
It's awesome. It's
so
awesome.
beautiful.
And here's the thing. The Chargers, they were looking good in the beginning of the season, and they just did really bad. I mean, they played so poor yesterday. Right now, though, I will give it a chance. Yesterday, Sunday, was the day of upsets. So let's see what happens next week. Maybe the Chargers can bounce back from this. And the division is still wide open. But these Jaguars, whoa, where'd they come from?
I mean, my words, I was calling Herbert a freaking MVP before the season started, and you don't lose at Jacksonville at home and be an MVP.
Yeah. I think the lights got to.
Well, okay. Yeah, exactly. Not some close loss. That is a 38-10 just whooping.
That's a thumping. I'm telling you, Herbert was not healthy, dude. He was questionable all week long with the rib injury. It was torn cartilage right there, which I never had. I heard that's really bad, but all he got was an injection to play. I don't think he was healthy enough to play. That's my person.
I agree with you, Bama. That happened during the Chiefs game last Sunday. He got hurt real bad. So
you know what? These Chargers, they're used to they think Herbert is like Phillip Rivers, but there's only one Phillip Rivers. That guy can have a broken leg and still play 100%. But just goes to show Herbert's a different kind of guy, and he's a great player. But unfortunately, that injury was a major effect. And I don't think we're going to see these quarterbacks like back in the days that were like totally beaten up and still playing, 100%. I don't think we're going to see that anymore. These guys are.
Billy, you were at the game yesterday, right?
Yeah, it was fun.
So, I mean, really, how did he look when you were watching Herbert throw? I mean, it kind of seemed like the stats wise thing. He was not comfortable.
No, and here's the thing. This is LA. The stadium, no one was sitting watching the game. Everyone's just walking around, hanging out, eating. It's
a Rockies game.
Everybody, this is what's funny. At the game, there was like very few people wearing Chargers jerseys. There was people wearing like Cowboys, Raiders, like everything. It's LA. There's no real fans here, I guess. Everyone here is like a casual fan in most cases. So, LA's not a football town. If you're winning, they're gonna like you. If not, that's it. See you later.
Bentley, you said it. You are 100% right there.
Every jersey walking around, what's this? Hey,
combination
I didn't wear no Patriot stuff. I wore Chargers colors to support the team.
I think, you might be right, Bama. I mean, the combination of Jacksonville's defense and Herbert being hurt. I mean, his numbers aren't horrible. He's 25 of 45 for 297, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But, I think you're right. The combination of him being hurt, I wonder what the score would be if he'd have been 100% healthy,
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I thought about the Vegas line to start the game. I mean, Chargers were are minus 2.5. I think it was 2.5 or 3.5. At home versus Jacksonville, there's no way in heck that Vegas would put it that low if they didn't know something was up with Herbert and like that kind of thing, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's crazy about that? I was actually listen. Hold on. The second that they announced Herbert was starting, the number went to 6.5.
Jumped to 6.5. It did. It jumped up. Yes, it did. Yes.
See, but I don't think it was all Herbert's fault either. San Diego, or keep on calling him San Diego. LA's defense, they were not there. You let them walk all over you.
Yeah, I started them in fantasy, and they did horrible.
So,
me too.
Who thinks I after a 20-0 shutout of the Colts, and now going in, and how much is Jacksonville for real? I literally feel like throwing something on Jacksonville to win the Super Bowl.
No.
Not so fast, if my Lee Corso words right there. Yeah, no.
Maybe Jacksonville will be like the Bengals of last season.
No, Bentley, no.
You said the Bengals, not the Jaguars. Remember?
Dude.
Oh, yeah,
They
that's
could
good,
be.
yeah.
They could be better. They have a defense.
They do. They've got a new head coach, which actually cares about the team.
What's the tougher animal, the Jaguar or the
Peterson,
Bengal?
the old Philly coach.
What's the difference between a Jaguar and a Bengal?
Right? They're both cats.
They're both cats, right?
Both
The
cats.
stripes.
So I at least for right now, I am
And
buying.
Panthers too.
I am buying Jacksonville. I mean, right now, I would
You're
not be
buying
surprised. Now,
Jacksonville.
granted, it's week 3. You could see a Jacksonville Philadelphia Super Bowl.
Where did
What? No,
Philadelphia
you better
come
throw
from?
Miami in before you throw Jacksonville in. Come on.
No way, no way. Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, Miami's
these are-
much
I mean,
better than Jackson. Dude, Jacksonville, really.
Well,
you know,
I think
Jacksonville-
Trevor
Good
Lawrence.
one. They beat up a bad Herbert last week.
Jacksonville and Miami. Remember, these are teams that are not expected to get anything done. So if these guys,
No, Miami is.
Well, yeah, but it's still Miami. But
Maybe.
again, these teams are like the team where it's like, hey, let's just play and have fun, and they know they're the underdog already.
Again, you're wrong, Mr. Bentley. Miami has more to prove. Miami, Tua Tagovailoa in Miami has heard the rumors all year for the last few years. He's no good in Miami. They should move on. They even thought about trading him a year before last, and everybody was kibosh, this and that. Tweet comes out with Lamar in a Miami uniform, which is where he's from, his hometown. He likes that. Everybody's all hyped up. So Tua is showing everybody that, no, this is not nobody's team but my team. And, yeah, they were a good quarterback last year away from the playoffs doing something. Now Tua's healthy, and he's showing out. Dude, you watch out for Miami this year.
Well, it's
One thing I
possible.
do
You
worry
saw
about.
the Bills get
we'll-
crushed yesterday.
Yeah, we'll jump into that game. So real quick, who's buying Jacksonville?
No buy.
I'm gonna buy Jacksonville. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'll buy them. Put in a
Yeah,
down
why
payment.
not?
Tony,
What are you
For
buying
real?
them for? 5 wins, 6 wins? Are you talking about playoffs? Ain't no way in hell.
playoffs.
Wild card.
Playoffs.
Ain't no way in hell.
This,
No.
How about
this
wild
is a
card?
playoff
Hey,
game.
I'm gonna throw it out there. You guys are gonna probably laugh at me. I say they get 9 wins.
I say they get.
Possible.
I mean, geez, who's all in that division? Aren't they in the division with like the Colts and the Texans?
Yeah, I believe
Are they in
so.
the, right?
Well, the
Jacksonville.
Colts just showed they can win games. The Texans can, they're the
They-
Texans. But
Yeah,
Tennessee with Derrick Henry, I mean, division's
They-
right for them. But no,
Yeah.
Jacksonville, even with the division right, they do not get it done this year. No.
At least right now, week 3,
I say 9 wins.
Jacksonville's they're making the playoffs. They're making the
Do we
You
have
playoffs.
any
think-
undefeated teams right
You
now?
think they get a 500 record, over 500? That'd be actually 9-8. Yeah, ain't no way in the heck. No,
Absolutely.
Jacksonville does not go 9-8.
Absolutely. We'll have to go
I'm
back
buying
and
it
check
for 9.
this video.
What about
G-Unit,
really
what do
quick?
you think?
We gotta write this
G-Unit.
down. We gotta write
G-Unit.
this down. This is gonna be funny.
Alex,
What?
is Jacksonville making the playoffs or not?
Yeah, they looked good. They looked good.
How about? I got a little bet for you guys. Will Josh McDaniels be the quarterback of the Raiders by the end of the season?
We'll get there. Raiders is coming up.
Okay.
So we'll jump to topic number 1 here in a second. We'll go ahead and run some more ads, and we will be back in just uno momento. Watch Sports and Tacos.
YouTube is the place to go to watch some sports and tacos, y'all. Check us out 3 times a week. Follow us, like us. We love you. Let's do it. Join us.
Okay.
Night games.
Who are the guys at Sports and Tacos? We're a bunch of sports Technical experts who work difficulty. together in a huge sports bar forever. And we know more sports than anybody in this entire world because we put our money where our mouth is.
Why sports and tacos? Because we're number 1. We try to do things a little different from everybody else, and that's who we are because we party like the big dogs.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, you got your You guys.
Wrong with y'all.
Okay,
What is wrong with y'all being on Jacksonville's tip?
we are back on Sports and Tacos. All right, G Unit, what was our lead topic?
Well, the Chiefs took a pretty hard loss last night. So let's talk about
Yeah.
that one.
Oh, you want to talk about the Chiefs?
Talk about the Chiefs.
What happened,
Please.
Alex? What happened to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs?
Hey, at least he took the blame. He did after the game. He blamed it on himself that the offense wasn't looking too good. The defense was looking really good. And it also wasn't the greatest that Harrison Butker was out, and he's going to be out this next game too. And he's our kicker. So, we missed a kick. We missed that kick yesterday as well. So that's what did it too. They just did not look very good.
Did you guys see Mahomes and Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator, just jawing at each other right as they were leaving the game right there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there some turmoil to think of all of that?
That was a highlight too that they were talking about. I don't know what that was about.
Well, Mahomes was pissed off at play calls, is what it was, and he was getting on the enemy. Apparently, is what it sounded like, and Bieniemy was going back and forth saying, "I like these calls, but." Is there a riff in paradise in Kansas City?
They're gonna break up the band, man.
Yeah,
They're too strong. They're too strong. That was just a little setback, but they're too strong. There's no way that's gonna, determine where we go at the end of the season. No, they're too strong.
See, in yesterday's game too, it wasn't just Mr. Patty Mahomes, man. Travis Kelce, he caught a touchdown, but he also missed a couple.
He dropped one big
He
one.
had a
Yes,
couple
he
fumbles.
did.
Sky
Yes.
Moore had a couple
That fourth
fumbles.
quarter one was big.
It's God, and I'm like looking at the numbers here. What a kind of
They just
boring
weren't
game.
looking good.
How was
Yeah.
Vegas that right? I mean, really, they all the money was kind of going on the Colts that game.
I know.
First them, which I don't like the night before, USC versus Oregon State. All the money was on Oregon State, but they were right. The ones that weren't supposed to win won.
Yeah, no, that it's kind of unexplainable, but maybe they just weren't up for that game.
They're both
No
road
real
games.
reason.
It's hard. I mean, a hard game. Road games are hard, man. NFL, college, especially NFL. You go on the road right there. I mean, if it's a team that's winless like Indianapolis was, with a tie, of course, but they should have won. But
And the
But
thing
don't
that
we typically, how about through history? Typically, Colts and Chiefs always have tight, tough games. I mean, that's kind of like the history there. For some reason, they always have these really tight games. So I'm going to
guess.
give that one a pass. I think there's
well,
nothing wrong.
well, they do. But Vegas only had KC as a 6-point favorite. That's a touchdown. And I mean, who the hell didn't think KC wasn't going to beat Indianapolis by a 6, except for Indianapolis fans? But,
Yeah.
or I guess somebody in Vegas who knows everything. I don't know. But,
The thing that I was thinking was going to cause the Colts. Actually, I didn't think that Chiefs were going to lose the game, but if they weren't going to cover, was going to be Jonathan Taylor having a huge day, and that didn't even happen. He only had 71 yards on 20 carries.
Yeah, but Michael Pittman Jr. caught the ball pretty good.
Yeah, Matt Ryan kind of played a little bit yesterday. I will give him that.
I mean, Pittman had 72 yards receiving. Nobody on the Colts had a huge day, and yet they still somehow eked out a win over the Chiefs. Weird.
They were the Broncos yesterday.
I guess so.
And we were an upset.
No, well, yeah, I guess technically, yes. But
Yeah, we were an upset.
I guess it goes to show in NFL, best team doesn't always win on paper. You've got one guy that can go down on one drive.
All right. I'm seeing something here. Do you guys remember a few weeks back when I was talking about how the Kansas City Chiefs, in my opinion, for the betterment, if that's a word, of Patrick Mahomes, as the NFL starts to figure him out, need to get him a running game. you look at the rushing stats of the Kansas City Chiefs yesterday, they're horrible. Patrick Mahomes was their leading rusher with 4 rushes for 26 yards.
Yeah.
How many did Edwards-Helaire have?
He had 7 attempts for 0 yards.
So that's 7 carries by your running back.
For
Your lead
0
running back.
yards.
Oh, they
I
need
said
to-
0, yes. But I mean, there's other teams that you run a few times, you miss a match, but
Jared
you only get to do 7 tries at it.
McKinnon had 7 carries for 20 yards. Like I'm telling you, like just moving forward, if they don't get him a running game, I'm not saying that they're going to be bad because the guy's still amazing. But at some point, if all you have to
He's gonna
worry
get
about
beat
is
up.
stopping the pass, you're going to be able to
Actually,
just keep him.
Smith, when has Indianapolis? I'm sorry. When has Kansas City been known as a running team?
Well, I'm not talking
Not the
about
last,
that.
not since the Mahomes days. I mean, it's
No,
always
no, I
you
know.
throw the ball, you dump short, you
But
do this, you dump off,
the
you get receivers
point-
deep, you get to
I
the
know.
goal line, you hit it to a running back. They're not a
But the-
running team to get you down the field. They're a
I'm aware of
receiving
that.
team to get down
But
the field.
you need a running game to continue to win in the NFL once they figure you out, is what I'm saying.
And that's what, yeah, I agree. Yeah, but yeah,
Because
I
look at
can
last
agree
year.
with that, yeah.
Again, the way this topic started when Tom Brady and the Buccaneers bitch smacked them in the Super Bowl. Then last year they got knocked out of the AFC Championship game by the freaking Bengals because they can't run the football.
So is that their downfall?
When Patrick Mahomes can't save the day, they have no answers. And
Yeah.
I'm looking at the stats here, and it's kind
Yeah.
of ringing true when Mahomes is your leading rusher with 26 yards. That's
Right. Well, I think it's because there's a bunch of rookies that are playing. I mean, they're all rookies.
So
Yeah.
So they gotta get it together. It's their first season together. So
it's just-
Edwards-Helaire ain't a rookie. I know we had a injury last year, but he ain't a rookie.
yeah.
They've
Are they
also got
asking too much
McKinnon,
from
who's not a
Mahomes?
rookie.
Maybe they're asking too much out of Mahomes.
I think the game plan's set too much to where they don't rely on a running game because they haven't had one for a little bit. So you got it. That's why they would sign McKissick, who's a dump off pass guy more than a runner.
Yeah.
I mean, you throw him like a 4-yard swing pass, that's just like a run.
Are they
Yeah,
feeling
it
the effects
is.
of getting rid of Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, and he's shining in Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're still going to be good. Like I said, it's just for the, at least in my opinion, you get him a running game. Oh my God.
All
Imagine-
right, well, hey, Shotgun, let's go opposite on this.
Imagine this.
Let's go.
Imagine, hold on a second. Imagine Patrick Mahomes running play action, like with that arm and the way how mobile he is.
That'd be interesting.
Why don't they do it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, 'cause like you said, nobody believes in the run game. So no defense is going to
Yeah.
go towards the run. We do a play action, they're going to
Or
drop
a
that.
Wildcat.
Run
That'll
that
work with Mahomes.
What were you thinking, Tony? What were you about to say?
What I was going to throw down, you guys are talking about, the running back situations and all that. Let's go to Green Bay, where Mr. Tampa Bay boy had nobody to throw to
Yeah, what was
because
going on
they're
there?
all injured or out, and they just picked up Cole Beasley, which I don't know how old he is, but he always had good hands. But everybody's banged up in Tampa, and Green Bay proved it.
Yeah, I saw that. They got Cole Beasley, huh? Did he play well?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
To be honest with you, I didn't hear his name.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't either.
that's kind of the problem with that game. That's why I didn't even make that game a topic, really, because he had nobody to throw the football to. If this is the playoffs when everybody's hopefully at full strength, I think you have a different outcome in that game. But I mean, his top
Where
four-
is Gronk?
Yeah, why?
Perfect week for Gronk to come back right there. Perfect
I
week for
don't think
Gronk
he
to come
is.
back.
I think Gronk told him, he's like, bro, the party's over. And Tom Brady was like, no, if the party's over, I have to hang out with my wife all day long. So I'm going back.
And also, too, if you guys are noticing, Brady looking, losing his cool, looking a little skinnier. Obviously, going home is not the most peaceful thing. So maybe his head is not there. And
His head's not
what
in
a-
there. I don't
What
think,
an
yeah.
unfortunate way to have a lousy season. Not because you're playing terrible, because you're just no good. It's because of the mental state at home. So it's
I think if he had his big receivers back, that's, because they only lost by 2 freaking points. I don't really read too much into this game because all them receivers being out. You know.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah, but who stepped up was Leonard Fournette. He did really well.
Yeah, well, that he was their only weapon, really. So
Yeah.
what else did they?
Oh, it's done. Yeah, yeah.
Like, what other weapons did they have to use? Let's see here where we at. Let's number one. What was the number one topic, Alex?
Number one topic. Miami and Buffalo.
Miami and Buffalo.
So what's going on with that?
Bama. We're gonna let you what? Because we all sat here yesterday. I think everybody took Buffalo in that game.
Yeah, definitely. What would you? I mean, yeah. I took Buffalo. Yeah.
I know I was a
Miami's
little
not
skeptical.
as bad as we thought. The game against Baltimore wasn't a fluke. I mean,
I
yeah.
do remember saying heat and humidity. I heard something on the radio today about how I can't remember the exact details, but how they were saying they were making the Bills players like stay in the hottest, sunniest something. They were forcing
of course,
the
you always
Bills
do that.
to
Yeah,
be in the hot, humid air.
that's called gamesmanship.
And, I know
That's what
I
you
know
always do.
the Bills were missing a bunch of people on defense.
Yeah, Bills had 4 out. That's why. Yeah.
Crazy.
Miami
things
played well,
happened.
man. I mean, I know Buffalo had some guys out, but they didn't have anybody on offense.
Yeah.
Up and down the field for the first half, Miami made adjustments, man. That defense can make adjustments. The team knows what they're doing right there, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Tua's but besides all that, I know it was a great, boring kind of game too. But did you guys see Tua go down?
Yeah, I did, and there was a bunch
And
of.
then he stands up and falls to the ground again.
Mhm.
Then he has to get helped off the sidelines because he's obviously concussed. And then he comes back in like 4 plays later and finishes off the game. Didn't act like he was hurt. But now, Did you guys see that, dude? He literally wobbled off like he had like 15 shots. And
there's a bunch of controversy about that right now. They think that they're gonna investigate it because
they got to.
They're pretty sure it was a concussion, and they said it was a back injury.
Yeah,
And
now they're going back injury now. Yep.
Mm-hmm. But like nobody grabs their face mask and wobbles off like that from a back injury.
No, I mean, if you guys didn't see the replay of him walking off the field after that hit, not the hit, but the hit to the back of the head right there, watch the replay. Watch him get up, fall down, and get helped off again, and then come back later. Now, granted, I'm an old school thinker. I don't mind smelling salts. If you can see you can play, go play.
Yeah.
But the protocol today in the NFL says that ain't the way it happens. So his ass should not have been on that field again to play any more of that game. For what I saw going off the field, the referee should not let him come back in.
Yeah, there might be.
Did you guys? Seriously, did nobody see him go off the field like that yesterday?
I haven't seen the play, but I heard him talking about it on the radio today.
I heard it just firsthand. Then I finally watched the replay. I was like, "Holy cow, dude! Yeah, no, Miami's got strapped on." But that also goes to show that Tua came back and actually won the game as a quarterback after all that. So I think the concussion protocols, even though I've had 4 myself and I know how those go, and they're not nice. But if you're playing a game and getting paid for it, if you want to go out and play and you feel right, then go play.
Yeah, you would think.
Put me in, coach. They used to do it before.
So what do we take away from this game? I mean, it's kind of.
I take away that it's going to be a Miami Dolphins, Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl after week 3. That's what I take.
That's great.
After week 3, that's what I see.
I think I kind of put this game a little bit in the category of the Buccaneers game only because Buffalo is missing so many defensive players. And anomalies, weird things happen in Miami. They always do. You go down in the heat and humidity and you cramp up, and I still think the Bills are probably the top team in the NFL even after this game. They probably win this game. They probably win this game if they had everybody on defense. That's my opinion. What do you think, Bentley? What do you think, Tony? Were you buying or selling? Does this game change anything for your opinions of either of these teams?
No, absolutely not. I can see these teams. To be honest with you, I can see these 2 teams battling in the playoffs.
Yeah.
going against each other, wild card game or, whatever. But yeah, this is just a little taste, and it's 1 week.
The one
Next
thing
week,
that
they both probably will dominate.
what do you think,
Yeah,
Bentley?
that's what
Before
that's exactly what I think, Tony. I think that was just 1 week, and that literally did not justify anything. I think, first of all, we're in retrograde, so everything in life right now is just a little backwards and a little off. I'm going to be honest with you guys. We're in retrograde till like the beginning of October, and so it's just everything's off right now.
Yeah,
so
like,
we'll be back to business next weekend.
that's very true. Like
It's very
Bentley,
true.
Bentley, what's your thoughts on the game? This game, you buy and selling. Does this game mean anything, or is it just anomaly?
You're talking about Tampa?
No, we're talking about the Dolphins and the Bills.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was impressed. The Dolphins, that was a statement game. I'm impressed. It's a statement game. Remember, this is the Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Definitely.
a statement game.
I think my only concern about the Dolphins, because I'm happy to see Tua playing well, because it's a make or break year for Tua. The only thing I worry about with him is him staying healthy.
Well, he's finally healthy. First time since he got drafted. He's finally 100% healthy this year.
I would
He
like
wasn't
to see
healthy
him.
when he got drafted. Wasn't healthy last year. Wasn't healthy the year before that. Now he's actually 100% healthy, it sounds like.
I would like to
You
see
guys
him
have seen
stay.
what I saw at Alabama for a lot of years.
But
Guy
here's
can play some football.
This is the
Oh, he
Bills.
can.
Like, they're expected to play well. They've already had enough excuses every year. Oh, they're getting better. They're young. They're getting better. I mean, come on, right there. That's a statement game for them, for the Bills. So they were playing undisciplined, and you can't have that happen, even if you're that good. Maybe the Bills are the better team, but okay, you can't let a game slip away that way. So I think it was a statement game for both teams, and obviously the Bills were not prepared, and that's their fault. They should be prepared.
I mean, it really didn't slip away. I mean, the game was in Miami's hand until they did the butt punt that the dude kicked off his blocker's butt, which gave Buffalo a safety and the ball back in the last couple of minutes of the game to even try and have a chance at the game. I think it was Miami since
Josh
first
Allen,
quarter.
he's like, with the big contract, he's supposed to be the new guy, and why didn't he take command? And I didn't see that. He's an awesome quarterback, but he kind of reminds me of like a Peyton Manning before he won a playoff game, like really good, and then in certain situations seems a little scared until he gets that monkey off his shoulder, I guess.
Yeah, we got
we'll
Steve
see.
Young pulled it off.
Yeah.
We
Remember that? You guys remember Peyton
But, I mean,
Manning winning the playoff game? Remember that?
I mean, the Dolphins, they beat the Bills, the Ravens, and the Patriots. That's three.
These are solid teams.
That's three in a playoff teams last year from the AFC.
It's a freaking
That should be this year as
Ravens
well.
are always a tough team. Ravens are always tough.
Ravens will always beat them. I mean, Lamar's having a
Ravens
career
are
year
always
right
a
now,
tough team.
minus the blow up we had with Miami. But yeah, I mean, Miami's beat three really good teams.
Let's see. We'll find out next week, or maybe this was just the weekend of disappointments. We could call it.
I
that.
agree.
It was an anomaly weekend. I was going over the picks, especially Big Daddy's picks from yesterday, and they were not good.
Yeah.
I was 5-0 on BetMGM yesterday. 5-0, baby.
I was 2-0. I took the Bengals, obviously, just to win.
But that's a rarity because he's always better than me. But yeah,
I know, and then
It was birthday weekend smacking.
yeah.
I think he was somebody's brain was pickled with Budweiser.
He got iced way too many times this weekend. Yeah.
I love the
And-
ice.
and then I took the Rams to win. I played safety all weekend, and
Yeah.
it worked out for me. So,
I had
nobody
3
could-
underdogs going. That was nice. Yeah.
I guarantee you, after yesterday's games, Vegas made enough money on the betting public to build a new skyscraper. Seriously, because nothing turned out. other
Yeah, they
than the
made some
Ravens.
money.
Other
And in
than the
college.
Tommy Towers.
Other than the Ravens yesterday, like I don't know too many favorites that covered yesterday. The Bengals,
Philly
the
covered pretty
Ravens,
good. Philly did well.
So that's like 3 games that I can think of.
Yeah,
where-
but it was a lot of upset. Like I said, I took 3 of the 5 I won. I was all up was underdogs. Yeah.
it was freaking nuts. So,
Right.
Let's see here. I mean, we'll try and get some more ads in real quick. If they don't work out because of bad internet, we'll just bail on it. See what happens here.
Hey, by the way, it was 6-3 last time I saw it. 13-13.
Again to Paul Pratt. What?
I hope
So yeah, our buddy
'Cause they're
Paul
getting
Pratt,
snack
no water, really good water, super like electrolyte infused. Anyways, Paul
See?
Pratt, one of
see.
our new buddies on the show. Let's see.
Max
Then
Beckey
we
have to-
got Pro Signatures memorabilia, our buddy Ray Panetta. Thanks for making Sports and Tacos happen. And we'll just go ahead and probably call that good for ads this evening, just because our internet connection is not that great for some reason. All right, cool. We are back. But what? It makes me happy because I thought the AFC West was going to be just a juggernaut of a division, and it's not looking like that's going to be the case. What the F is wrong with the Raiders?
Oh,
Where's
I'm
Joe
curious.
C at?
will
That's a
McDaniels-
million-dollar question.
Will
Yeah.
McDaniels keep his job till the end of this season, or he's going to repeat like with the Broncos?
I mean,
Dude,
that
0-3.
the team is good enough to win games. They had Arizona beat week before this
Gave
weekend.
up 20 points.
They go to Tennessee, who ain't done nothing all year, and let Derrick Henry just become Derrick Henry again.
Well,
I don't
And
know.
the
there's
other
only 2
thing
points.
too, Derek Carr. I mean, that's it. Get rid of him now. I mean, this has been enough chances, and he's not going to take him to promised land. I really don't think so.
Right
I
after
don't-
you
I'm
give
not-
him
no,
a
I'm not-
huge contract.
I'm not down on Derek Carr in this one. I kind of think it's more like the Broncos. It's just play calls. I mean, you see a team that plays great for this first half, and then the second half they do crap. Completely change the game plan instead of push down. They try and do runs, dinks, this and that. They don't stick to what's got them to the point of where they're at. And when you get
this is
complacent
Josh
in the
McDaniels.
NFL, you get beat.
I mean, Josh McDaniels, he's an offensive guy. He worked with freaking Tom Brady. I mean,
But you look at especially the Arizona game for one. I mean, you're up 20-0 at half, and you
Yeah.
do nothing in the second half but trying to eat the clock up for the most part.
or can we just say McDaniels is a good offensive coordinator under the Patriots? That's it, and leave it
That
there.
could be true, Billy. That could be true right there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so the Raiders have
Well, I'm
lost
not gonna
every
lie.
game?
Yeah.
They've lost
They
every
are the only 0-3 team in football right
No
now.
way.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
just
they
seeing
lo-
that.
And that's
They
our
lost
first
eight
division
points.
game is
Yeah.
next week
And we were
against
up,
Raiders.
which will be their first win probably, but
I hope not.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm rooting against Josh McDaniels because I hate the guy. But I kind of thought that he would finally be the first Belichick disciple to go on and be successful, possibly with the Raiders. Now, granted, it's only 3 games, but it's not looking that way.
I mean,
if you guys remember, Tony will remember, McDaniels started off 6-0 with the Broncos before the wheels just fell off.
Yep.
He's 0-3 with the Raiders, and Mark Davis, that organization, they don't seem to give guys chances for too long.
No, don't give up on the Raiders yet, man. I mean, they're 0-3, yes. Yeah, Tennessee was just I think they had their mindset. They had that game won, just as bad as Tennessee looked the first couple of weeks, and Raiders have been that close to being 2-1 right now. I mean, they had that close game with the Chargers first game, got beat again.
Yeah.
Ain't no way in heck they should have lost to Arizona 2 weeks ago, but they did. So that made them 0-2. They go into a game against Tennessee, who ain't shown nothing all year long. I mean, everybody's just stuffing Derrick Henry all day, and Tennessee said, whatever, watch Derrick Henry do his thing. They weren't ready for it. Now they're 0-3. I'm not counting out the Raiders, man. I'm not counting out the Raiders still. They have a good enough offense and a defense that can get things together, dude. They will win some games, man. I know you're Broncos fans, you shoot them to the grass, whatever, but no. Do not count out the Raiders team this year. That is a tough team right there, and they're going to give you guys some tough runs.
I guess, is it too early right now? We're already making opinions like, it's over. They suck. Everyone, and then, I mean, we're barely week 3, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean,
it's hard to make the playoffs straight.
And that's 0-3 in the AFC West. If they, that's not good. Not for making the playoffs. I mean, they might win some games.
Yeah.
And who knows? And Bama has a good point. They are losing close games. They're in every one of these games. They had the Cardinals beat. They were a 2-point conversion away from having a real chance of beating the Chargers. But I think you're going to start to see demoralization, I think, happen if that continues.
Well, yeah.
Wait, Tony, where is that game? Is it here or is it in Denver?
It's
or is
in
it
Vegas.
It's in Vegas.
Vegas.
Kind of scares me, actually.
Yeah.
It's a get-right game for somebody. Either the Broncos offense gets right or the Raiders team gets right, one of the two.
And the way that both teams are playing, like I said earlier about the Broncos with the miscommunications with the quarterback to the, it's management. I feel it's the same thing with Vegas. They have the team. They've got the players.
True.
They're just not communicating.
Yeah, I don't know. That game does. I wonder what the opening. Anybody got? What's the opening line on that game? Are the Broncos underdogs?
Should be.
Vegas -2.
Yeah, I figured.
It'll be a pick 'em by game.
Which basically means with the Broncos on the road, they're actually +1, and in Vegas' mind, because you get 3 points to being a home team. So yeah, they pretty much got Broncos favored to win that game by a point.
Yeah, that's man, that game scares me.
You mean Vegas all day? I think I don't know.
Vegas fans scare me. They're everywhere. LA. They're all over LA.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
They're all over. Every time I go out on Sundays for the football games, Raiders fans, everywhere.
It's because we're in LA. It's just the way it is. It makes me want to throw up in my mouth.
Go back to Vegas.
They're not. They're saying the opposite. Because they're from here. They're SoCal's team. They just took them to a casino 3 hours away. All right. So, Josh McDaniels, dude. We're going to find out. Yeah, but I guess, you're right. I probably shouldn't be selling the Raiders just yet. I don't.
No, real quick, though, since you're a Broncos fan, it's the Raiders which coach do you think's on the hot seat real quick more? Nathaniel Hackett or Josh McDaniels?
McDaniels. They're 0-3. For as crappy as Hackett has been, they're 2-1 and in first place. They're tied for first place.
But do you not understand the fact that 2-1 record is the same as an 0-3 record, the way they played?
Yeah, no, everybody understands it, but at the end of the day, it's about wins and losses.
It is about wins and losses, but when you're still getting crap like Hackett is out here because of the way, 11-10 win, you're going to count that as a win.
It's a win.
McDaniels has got to be on the hotter seat because the Broncos are still right there in the playoffs.
I disagree.
I mean, you would think the mismanagement. Okay, and this is the other reason why. McDaniels is not a rookie head coach. He's had a shot before, and it went horribly bad. The only thing McDaniels has going for him is all those Super Bowl rings that he was the offensive coordinator for. He ain't got Belichick. He ain't got Brady. It's all his piece.
He went for the last number of years and learned from Belichick and Brady and those guys.
You would think.
Mm-hmm.
You would think. Yeah.
You're just biased because of what he did to the Broncos. I understand. I do understand.
All I know is he's 0-3 in a division where you're probably already out of the playoffs.
Well, when he's 1-3 next week, Spencer, watch out. We'll have this conversation again.
I don't know. I'm still, this could be the game. This could be the game where Russell Wilson comes back to being Superman.
I'm hoping he opens the doors.
Great players don't always play great. They just play
I'm
great
just
when they
curious.
have
No,
to.
no
True.
doubt.
So we'll see. Yeah, for the Broncos
We'll
come out
find out
flat
if
again.
if McDaniels doesn't turn it around. That's it. He's not getting any more coaching jobs. I don't think so.
Well, I listen to this. I will say this.
Back
If
to
the Broncos
college.
come out- if the Broncos come out and get whooped by the Raiders next weekend, there's going to be problems with the new head coach and with Russell Wilson. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
there's one thing you do
There's
not
already a
do
problem.
as a Broncos quarterback, and especially rookie head coach. You beat the Raiders. It doesn't matter who you are. You just beat the Raiders. Period. Like, you
Yeah.
could
That's what I'm
go
saying.
two-
That's what I'm
two-
saying. I don't see Hackett being any less of a hot seat than McDaniel right now. Not even close.
They're both in it.
I'll agree if we lose to the Raiders next weekend.
Oh, if you lose to the Raiders, then his head's on the chopping block. Hackett is.
Yeah, it could.
And man in the shower. Hey, brother, I'm sorry about your quarterback, brother.
But I'm not sad about the game because my Baltimore beat you. So yes,
You
Baltimore.
know what? The Patriots, they don't look disciplined. They look disorganized. I think this team is disorganized. Bill Belichick, I think, is doing what he can. But again, the Patriots,
just
when they
suck.
had Brady, it was like the Beatles. You need all the pieces. It's not just one guy.
Yeah.
It's really not. You need
Yeah.
all the pieces. So I think
They
right now
just
the
lack talent.
Patriots they could be good, but they're not going to be like, whoa, this fantastic team like before. No, that they're not. And Mac Jones is obviously, I think they're asking too much of him. But the big thing that's surprising me with the Patriots right now is, where's the formula? Just like in 2001 with Brady, we have the mastermind defensive guy, Bill Belichick. Why is this defense, and same with last season, what's wrong with this defense? They're just not getting it. What's the problem? Because I would think this is the thing with the Patriots, that at least the defense would be in the games holding it up for them. But it's not. The defense is getting lit up as well. It's not showing up. So do they have the wrong
Rain's
players, or
over, dude.
working the
The
system?
rain is over.
Yeah.
The rain is
Yeah,
over.
probably that's it.
Welcome back to reality. Welcome back to planet Earth, and we need a quarterback.
Probably. Maybe I'm going to have to
Broncos been
switch
there
teams.
for 6 freaking years, bro. 6 years we've been waiting on our freaking quarterback. We still.
Yeah, you're in the Broncos shoe right now, Bentley. I'm sorry to say, but
Maybe it's the
no,
altitude.
Mac Jones is better than any quarterback the Broncos have, minus Russell Wilson.
Okay, I want to wrap things up with
After Tom
a
Brady, or
Spencer,
after Penny.
with a Spencer topic.
That's too far back.
Okay. All right. Bama will be all over this topic. The Cleveland Browns, minus Deshaun Watson, are 2-1. Deshaun Watson comes back in week 12. I personally think, literally, if the Browns are even 1 or 2 games above 500, they're going to give you guys a run for the money in that division. Once
Are
Deshaun
you
comes back.
serious?
Because you figure 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 6 games. 6 games they're going to have Deshaun Watson for. So if they're even
We ain't played in how long? 11 games.
If they are what? If they're like 8-4 or
All
7.
right, first of all, how the hell are they going to be 8-4?
Well, I'm just they're
You
2-1
beat
right
the
now.
Panthers. You barely beat the Panthers. You barely beat the Steelers. You lose to the Jets. Really, you think that team's going to be 8-4?
Well, I get no, maybe not. But
Seriously.
What I was
Seriously.
saying is, even if all I'm saying is all they have to be is hanging in there by week 12, and then they get
won't
Deshaun back.
They will not have a 500 record by week 12.
I don't know. They're 2-1 now. That's all I'm saying.
And
And they
again,
get
like I
Deshaun
said, they barely beat the Panthers. They barely beat the Steelers with Mitch Trubisky, who's the worst quarterback I've seen, minus what Drew liked and what the Broncos thrown out the last few years.
Yeah.
I think
No,
I
they
think
are
they're
a
gonna be
lucky.
decent.
They are a very lucky 2-1 right now. A very lucky 2-1.
Tony, what do you think?
Well, I like the Brownies. Amari Cooper, Chubb, Kareem Hunt. Brissett, he's looking good. You know what? Their defense needs help, but
Looking good, huh?
I like Brownie.
I could see them making a playoff run if they are, even if they're a game above 500. It makes me want to look at their record all the way through to week 12, kind of, and just see what the chances of that are real quick. Because
I mean, look how you want, but ain't no way in heck they're gonna be 8-4 after 12 games. They wouldn't even be 6-6. They'd be lucky to be 6-6 after 12.
let's check
They'll be just fine.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And Deshaun Watson coming off an 11-game suspension ain't gonna save your season right there.
It's Deshaun Watson, though.
But he ain't played for 11 games. Again, like we said, he'll get back to form. I know he's a good quarterback, and I've said it back in past episodes. He is a really, before he had his injury and before all the other stuff happened, he is a really good quarterback. I won fantasy football leagues with him in his first couple years. But he ain't played for 11 games plus a year. No, whatever, man. Yeah, that's nonsense. Ain't no way he's going to come back on day one and just freaking show out. Just show out. There's no way he's going to just do that.
I don't know. Bentley, what do you think?
It's too soon to know right now. Still really early. I'm going to give it one more week.
Are you even looking at the schedule that they've got coming up, Spencer?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. So they got at Atlanta.
I like Atlanta in that game. I think Atlanta wins that game.
That's a possible win. You got Chargers. They'll lose that game. New England, they could win that game.
They could lose that game.
At Baltimore, they'll lose that game.
Yeah.
So that still puts them one game over 500. You got the Bengals. They'll probably lose that game. They're 500. Then you
Dolphins in Miami. Yeah, that's a loss.
Then you got the Dolphins, the Bills, the Bucks. Okay, you might be right.
Yeah.
So
my battery's gonna die, guys. I'm gonna log off right now.
No, you're good, Bentley. Thanks for coming on, dude.
Hey, bro.
See you guys.
Well, actually, no. So they got Miami, Buffalo. Then Deshaun comes back. They play Tampa Bay. Then they got Houston, Cincinnati, Baltimore, New Orleans, Washington, and Pittsburgh. So Deshaun has a pretty freaking easy schedule for the remainder of that season. So
that's good.
I'm just saying, you never know.
Yeah, but he will not have a winning record when he gets there.
They might, but if they're close, they could go on a run. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, anything can happen this year. We've seen it already in the first 3 weeks.
Oh my God, dude, it's crazy. Like I said, freaking picking games yesterday. There's a reason why I've been taking safety plays and not playing point spreads. Because
that's why Detroit plus points yesterday, baby. That was the.
Oh my God, like it's just nuts. It's just really bad. I don't know. I don't want to say really bad football, but there's a lot of really boring football. A lot of
really good fun football too, which kind of maybe the balance right there. But
like subpar quarterback play. The NFL is lacking great quarterbacks.
What are you kidding me? You got Mahomes, you got Herbert, you got Lamar Jackson, you got freaking Tua Tagovailoa. I mean, that's five just off the bat right there. What are you talking about?
That's it. That's it. Like there's like.
No, that's not it. You can go Josh Allen. I mentioned him. Derek Carr, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers.
Carr's not great. It's just you're getting too many games that look like this freaking Monday night game and the Sunday night game last night. Just horrible games to watch.
But they were set up that way. Sunday night game, there was what, like 11, or not that many, but I'd say at least 8 or 9 or 10 players between the two teams that were out, between the Packers and the Buccaneers. So it was basically going to be a running game, which is a boring kind of a game if you like it like that.
Horrible.
I mean, I don't mind. That's like, a pitcher throwing, 6 shutout, 7 shutout innings. I think that's a great game. But it was set up to be that way. There was no player. The star makers on both those teams were pretty much out. You go to Monday night's game. It's two teams that are who they are. Nobody really expected a lot out of that.
Baltimore's game was good. Detroit, Minnesota, just a lot of, I don't know. Maybe it's the lack of
I've seen a lot of
Training
really
camp.
fun games to watch, honestly. With like I said, with the Baltimore games, Miami's games, Buffalo games have been fun. I mean, hell, Atlanta Falcons have made games fun. There's been some very fun last minute kind of
Tony,
comebacks,
how
right?
about college football? Kansas is killing it in college
Good
football.
job.
Oh, the Jayhawks.
So I went to college there. I'm a Jayhawk. So I need to just
Nice.
wear my
Rock
Kansas
out, Jayhawks.
Jayhawks.
And then right down the street from you, K-State beat Oklahoma.
Yes,
I
they did.
know. So Kansas is killing it. And it's
Yeah, they're doing good.
the Jayhawks, they were never good at football. So pretty cool.
You guys are going to kill it in basketball again. Watch.
Oh yeah.
Always,
Oh yeah.
always.
March
That,
Madness.
that was that what a Duke y'all played? I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was kind of thing on the ESPN deal for Saturday to talk about the games. Yeah, how it was the two basketball schools going at each other in football right there. Yeah, damn
Yeah.
good game. Yes, yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, my stepdad
That's
and
awesome.
my family back in Kansas, they go to the games all the time. So yeah, 4-0. Undefeated.
Wow.
That's the first time in a long time for Kansas. That's pretty cool. Heck
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to
And one
dive
Les
into-
Miles. I know he left there, which is good because Les Miles just brings stuff down. That was the head coach of Kansas for last year. After
Oh.
And then he was my Michigan coach.
And he always gets in trouble. He was LSU's coach, won a title, got fired. Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
He's bad news.
I remember.
But yeah, good job, Kansas. Heck yeah. Crazy weekend again. Hell, Notre Dame won again. Who would have thought that would have happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to dive more into college football. Maybe
Yeah.
we do Thursday night. you
My
know.
Tide rolled. Georgia sucked.
Yeah.
They did win, though. But yeah.
Michigan won, didn't cover, but won.
Ohio
Yeah.
State looks one of the best teams out there. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we could be diving into. Maybe on Thursday night, if we do a Thursday night show, we can get into college football and we'll get into some baseball actually. 'Cause,
Yeah. Judge.
playoffs are coming. So
Bravos, baby. Atlanta Braves. Kicking the mess butt. We're doing it.
all right, dudes. Anything else, or should we wrap it up for this Monday night edition of Sports and Tacos?
We need more viewers.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
We do.
And G Unit, thank you for letting me beat you.
I
get-
saw the
You're
photo.
welcome.
I did see the photo. I was like, really? By like a half a point?
Dude, like how did that even happen? Like what the heck?
One thing that is kind of positive I've been seeing, if you go back and you look at the YouTube, because all these videos then get posted on YouTube, you know,
Yeah.
we're starting to get pretty good numbers on the views. After
They are
the
now?
fact.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't know, not yesterday because it hasn't been up for that long, but the show before
Okay.
that, I think there's like 70 views or something. So
Oh
we're
good.
starting to get views after the fact.
Well,
which is
I
kinda
watched
cool.
you guys yesterday. Even though I wasn't on yesterday, I watched it when I got home from my event. So you guys did
Nice.
awesome
Yeah,
yesterday.
how was the event?
It was good. It was so crazy. Oh my gosh. So I'm a liquor rep for Smoke Lab Vodka. It's a new vodka from India. And so we are just doing all kinds of crazy events. And it was a chocolate show. It was a huge chocolate show in Pasadena. So, vodka was there, wine was there, a whole bunch of chocolate, truffle.
Oh, wow.
It was really a bunch of vendors. It was really fun. There was a lot of people there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sweet.
Fun.
All right, dudes. Well, let's wrap it up and try and do this again on Thursday night.
All right, guys.
Sweet.
All right,
Yes.
later, y'all.
Bye.
See ya. Boom.